What shall I render to Jehovah? For he has done so very much for me. What shall I render to Jehovah? For he has done so very much for me. Nara, 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 yeah. Narekele, narekele mo. Nara, nara, yeah. Narekele, narekele mo. Abela musozi ne munyanja ajuze kulnesi erali munze anyimusa bwembanga nsaba taiza kundeka o Yesu alinange abera musozi ne munyanja ajuze kulnesi erali munze anyimusa bwembanga nsaba taiza kundeka o Yesu alinange 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 taiza kundeka o Yesu alinange. Yes, welcome to the Inspired Family Leader Program with Samuel A. Bakutana, your host, a certified executive coach, an award-winning leadership consultant, a global speaker and author, the CEO of Inspired Leaders International and Provincial Fathers Union President. What a joy to have you here today on the Inspired Family Leader Program. Today we have awesome men in the studios, as you have just seen, using our voices to proclaim the messages that mean something to somebody out there. So I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from around the world. Today we are talking about celebrating fathers. You know that in the next few days, this is the month of June, in the next few days, we will be celebrating the International Father's Day. And so in the studio, I have interesting gentlemen that are going to be introducing themselves today, and we will be having a conversation about that all-important topic of celebrating the fathers. You see, when we talk about celebrating fathers, on the 8th of March, we celebrate the women. Around May, we celebrate the mothers. 14th of Feb. 14th of Feb. We are basically celebrating those girlfriends and wives and sisters, and so there is also the girl child.
It's a girl child day.
When do we celebrate the men? When do we celebrate the fathers? When do we celebrate the boy child? So today in studio with me are the Cape Brothers.
Yeah.
Whatever you are, just like we used to do some of those things, put your hands together. Welcome the Cape Brothers in the house.
Yeah.
Good to see you, gentlemen.
Good to see you.
How are we doing?
We're good.
I think for us to avoid what the other teacher used to beat us for, chorus answers, let me begin from immediately my right. Briefly introduce yourself, please.
Dear viewers of Family TV, good evening. How are you? My name is Chisache Elijah, aka Songs of Eli. That's what my friends like to call me. And I'm part of the Cape Brothers, and I am a proud father.
Yes.
Of one boy.
Proud father. We celebrate you, since we are talking of celebrating fathers.
Yes.
You're very welcome, Eli.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, my name is Selwaji Moses, aka Maush. And I'm in fashion. I do fashion.
Yes.
And I'm also a father.
Okay.
Yes, of one boy,
Hey,
baby boy.
is it company policy that at Cape Brothers you must have one boy? Most you're welcome. I think I need to also find some AKA. I hear AKA.
AKA Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam, yes.
Yes, Nicholas.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, fathers out there, sisters, brothers. My name is Nicholas Mutesasira. I am a father and a husband to Susan Nantome. And we are blessed to have children. We thank God. Happy to be here with you tonight. Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Only that you haven't told us whether you also have one boy. Just
Oh.
like this gentleman here.
I have boys, I
Yes.
have girls.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I'm a Muganda man.
First be a Jesus man.
Before being a Uganda man.
Okay, I'm a Jesus man.
Yes.
I have 2 daughters.
Yeah.
And I have 2 boys.
All right.
Yes.
Good to have you here, Nicholas. Mutesasira.
Yes.
Yes, brother.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm David Kato Muchivi. I'm a production manager of a petroleum company. I'm not yet a father,
Okay.
but I'll be.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are making me curious to ask, who is a father? Is it basically the one who has made somebody expectant and produced, or could it be somebody who actually has fatherly responsibilities even in his life, or has a father's heart, even if he hasn't yet produced a child? But that's a question for later. So you're welcome, brother.
Thank you.
Yes, and finally,
Father
Nsimbe
in the
Iben.
making.
Nsimbi.
Nsimbe.
Okay, I thought Nsimbi because I know that means money.
It's
I
close.
was going to say now we have the sponsor.
Nsimbe Iben.
Yes, Iben.
And I'm proud. I'm a proud father of 2, a son and a daughter.
Yes.
And I'm a businessman. Yes.
Logistics man.
Logistics man.
Yes.
What kind of logistics?
Transport.
Oh, transport?
Yes.
Awesome. So, our dear viewers, that's the team we have on set today. And we are talking about celebrating the fathers. So I want to quickly ask us, just briefly, why is it important? What makes it important that we should celebrate the fathers? So let me begin with you.
Personally, Uncle Sam. Allow me to call you Uncle Sam
Oh,
because
yeah, actually that's what many people call
I
it.
feel, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think as for me, Eli, why I celebrate my fathers, there is a number of reasons, but this one I cannot leave out. I think there's lots of fathers who have had a chance to be with their children
Yes,
physically and even have the means and the means to support them and see them grow and grow with them and stuff, but they haven't.
Okay.
For me, with my dad, it has been different. I have grown with the older man.
Yes.
He's now 80 years.
Interesting.
He's still alive. He has been my friend and he's guided me. So I have a reason
Yes.
to celebrate him.
For him being available in your life,
Uh-huh.
looking after you.
Yes, he has looked after me.
Yes.
And I am learning a lot of things from him. Things like patience.
Yes.
Yes, so for me, that is enough reason to celebrate
Yeah.
Mr. Samson Mobiru. I know you're watching. Yes, he is.
Mr. Samson Mubiru, thank you very much
Yes.
for looking after this awesome gentleman.
Yes.
And all others that are in your house. We celebrate you today.
Sure, sure.
Yes, sir. What makes it important that we should celebrate the fathers?
Actually, on my side, I'm celebrating my father because my father is a friend.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
He's a friend to me, actually, since my childhood. My father's been there for me.
Are you insinuating that some fathers are not friends to their own children?
Yeah.
I
by
thought
the
when
way.
you are a father, it's quite automatic.
No,
that-
no, 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 no.
Friendship is something else.
Yeah.
Yes. It is something else, actually.
Friendship is not biologically
Yeah.
transmitted.
Yes. So I'm celebrating my father because he's a friend to me.
Yes.
He has been there for me.
Wow.
I think that's why he gave me his name.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm Selwaji Moses and
Yes.
my father is also Selwaji Moses.
Senior.
Is that so?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah. I'm junior and he's senior. So
Interesting.
that's why I'm celebrating him
Yes.
because he has been there for me.
The man didn't want his name to disappear.
That's right.
Wow. Papa Mose, we send you greetings and love.
Yeah.
We celebrate you. Yes, Nicholas, why should we celebrate fathers?
Being a father myself, I know what it takes to be a father. And being a father shouldn't just be a name.
Yes, a title.
Shouldn't just be something, I mean, you just say and you live there like that. If you have been in a position of paying school fees for someone for 1 year, then you know what it takes to be a father. I've seen a lot of sacrifices that my father has had to go through just to have me and my siblings have an education, have a good life that we have. And, you know, I think fatherhood, a father is worth giving everything. I mean, it's very good that we give back to our fathers.
Okay.
It is very good that we celebrate our fathers as long as we still have them.
Yeah, true. And there will be a moment when they will be gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when we still have an opportunity, we should thank God and we should utilize it to tell our fathers that, please, we thank you. We are very grateful for whatever you have done for us.
Right.
Yes.
Great, thank you very much. What makes it important to celebrate fathers, my brother?
To me, the greatest reason why I should celebrate my father, he chose to stay as a father.
He chose to stay.
Yeah.
That's a strong statement.
Many
He
fathers,
could have chosen to leave.
yeah, had a chance.
Yeah.
And your father by choice.
Yes. And probably you also gave him some reasons to tempt him to leave while you were younger.
But many leave that.
Where you try to look after your children, whether they are boys or girls, but they give you headache, they give you stomachache, you feel like leaving. But he chose to stay.
He chose to stay. No matter where he went through. And no, baita mu bingi naddala ku mirimu, mu maka, naye olw'omukwano gwe yalina gy'endi teyatunuulira kibuyaga. Yafocusingako ogwo omukwano.
He stayed.
He stayed as a father, not until now as a father.
Awesome.
Because I don't stay with him, but at least he makes a call.
All right.
Be a good boy.
Great.
Wherever you go.
Fathers who are there, please don't leave. Stay. Don't leave. Stay. I know a gentleman who actually ran away when the wife produced triplets. Just the wife producing triplets made the guy fly away. Man, now, if you fly away just because your wife has produced triplets, what will you do when maybe one of them dies or, God forbid, when you face a bigger trouble, bigger challenge, what will you do? What will you do? These are blessings. The triplets are blessings. Even if you are not sure where you will get the resources from to look after these children, let me tell you, children are a blessing from the Almighty. The wombs that are conceived, they are an inheritance for you. They are people who will be your sustainability strategy for your family legacy. Don't leave. This brother says he celebrates the dad because he did not leave. I will not ask what we should do to those fathers who left. But for now, let's begin with those who stayed and celebrate you. Yes, sir. Why should we celebrate fathers?
May I celebrate my father? Because fathers at times work behind the curtains. At times they are not at the front because at times they are busy looking for this and that to look after us. And at times we don't feel their love. The immediate love there because they are busy. That's why at times ladies take our
center stage.
They take all that space and we feel like they are the closest. But most of the times our fathers have us at heart.
Yes.
And they do everything for us.
Sometimes the dad is in the background
Pushing
enough love into your mom so that your mom has enough love to push to you, but you just see the one who is
the immediate one.
Definitely. In brief, a father is a CPU. A mother
CPU.
is a monitor.
Are you an IT guy? Monitor versus CPU. Interesting language there. So, you are men, just like me. You have all shared your fathers. Let me hear from you briefly. Is there any instance that you can remember off your head when you really felt celebrated as a person? Any of you could share?
Well,
Yes,
for me,
Nicholas.
one time my daughter did something for me.
Yes, your daughter. How
Yes.
old was she then?
She was 4 years.
4 years.
She wrote, it was, how can I call it? You know these papers
Yes.
that they cut,
Mm.
and she wrote on some words
Yes.
that really made me feel very happy.
What were the words that melted your heart?
She wrote, Papa, I love you so much.
Wow.
Imagine at the age of 4, and she
Yes.
wrote there my name.
Yes. So now you were sure you were the papa they were talking about. And that
Yeah.
made you feel celebrated.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Any other instance?
To me,
Yes.
my boy Elisha, he's now 3. But I think one time I went to visit him,
Yes.
where he was living with the
Yes.
grandmother. So I found him seated in the sofa, and the little man was singing. He was singing, and
Was
grandma
the song
was
about
taking
Prophet Eli?
whatever the song was about. It was a gospel song.
Yes.
But I felt so much happy and
Yeah.
felt like, oh, now this
Yes.
God is giving to this child through me. I've already seen myself through this kid. At that age, if he can sing and you can know he's really singing this kind of a song,
Yeah. There is hope.
that is enough hope.
You
And
feel celebrated because your
already-
child
yes.
is doing something that makes you happy.
that even I do, because music is, to me, I keep telling the people that ask me, what made you do music? I told them, music chose me, I didn't choose to do it.
Just
So-
like leadership chose me. I never
Yes.
chose it.
You see,
Yeah.
Mr. Sam,
Yes, sir.
sometimes they say men are very hard to impress.
Who says that?
The ladies, when you give a lady, like you ask a lady to give you a gift, it will be very difficult for her to choose a gift for you.
No, it's always,
But-
it's always been simple, Nicholas. A tie,
Uh-huh.
pair of socks, and the other small trousers.
Those, some will give you a cup
Yeah.
or a genre, a nice one on top.
But what I'm trying to say
Yeah.
is for a father and a daughter or a
Yes.
son, they are always small things
Yeah.
that make the dad, happy. Very small things. Those tiny things that you cannot even think about.
Yeah. Wow. So before we take a very brief break right now, I want us to give our viewers just one song, the K Brothers, that will take us to a break.
Okay.
Ngenda munsi ensubize Ngenda munsi ensubize Ngenda munsi ensubize Mukama yet bazi we ejengenda Zera manyi One day ojenida Teri bayo naku Tulira musanyu Ngabatata Yategeka Erifonjo One day za nawe Yetulibeyo Kwesima Zera manyi One day jetugenda Teri yonna yadde kusasula school fees batata tulibeera mu ssanyu lyokka teri yokusooza munyo yategeka ebiyonjo teribayo anywa tonto teribayo ababibi ngenda munsi ensubize Mukama
baziwe eyo jengeda. Oyo Yesu, yeah, baziwe eyo jengeda. Oyo Yesu, yeah, baziwe.
Don't go away. Just a minute. And we are back as we talk about the practical ways going forward, how we can celebrate the fathers. Yeah. This is the Inspired Family Leader Program. See you soon.
Right.
Family TV, enriching lives.
Moses met Doris through a cousin.
It was through her prom pictures that I noticed a beautiful girl, and I asked for contact.
He's responsible and also, he's everything I needed in a man.
I knew that I loved this woman. I knew that I loved her. But my friends, my brothers, my sisters, my mother, all saying, oh, she's an amazing woman.
We met in school, but we didn't start dating in school.
I made her walk from Mapela to Garden City because from that time I was in Ngankuba Manda.
He was a young man, he had nothing, he was just there from campus, putting on sandals, open shoes.
Happy Father's Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, join the Key Brothers in conjunction with the Fathers Union in a Father's Day celebration themed Tata, a gift from above on 16th June 2023 at St. Francis Hall, Makerere University at 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. You don't have to miss Pastor Brian Lubega, Naki Julian, Yimba Acapella, the Levites Choir, and many more. We will hear from a special guest and a unique panel of fathers. Get your ticket at 20k, 50k, and 500k at table. You can get it at Family TV Reception, Church House, Kampala. Even at the gate on that day, the tickets will be available. For more information, 0704 76 36 71. Bring your father, husband, brother to an evening to remember.
Happy Father's Day. You've been my strength, Daddy.
Men. Love authentically and lead relationally. When you live exemplarily, you gain trust. When you love authentically, you change life. And when you lead relationally, you transform nations. Welcome to the Inspired Family Leader Program with Samuel A. Bakutana. By the time a young man grows up to know that his father was right, he already has a son himself who thinks he is wrong. Right now you may look at your father and speak about all the kinds of wrongs that he does, all the kinds of mistakes that he makes. But let me tell you, that man, one day you will wake up and you find yourself, when you no longer have that father, you are now the father in your own generation, and your own son is also thinking the way you were thinking, that now you are wrong, you don't understand, you are outdated. Hey, before that day comes, you better now just celebrate the father you have. In the studio we have the Cape brothers, and we are talking about celebrating fathers. So let me get back to you, my brothers, my fellow fathers. What are some of the practical ways through which we can actually celebrate fathers? Not just in words, talk, but practical ways through which we can celebrate our fathers.
I think one of the best ways to celebrate your father is to leave their legacy.
If it's a good one.
If it's a good one, okay.
Don't leave the legacy of drunkenness.
Of course, that is, of course, you know, the good one. Like, there are some precedents our fathers set for us.
Yeah, that were positive.
He tells you, be gentle, be patient with the others, and, you know, be kind to the society, if that's what your father wanted you to be. Sometimes we as children have failed our fathers, and they have not felt celebrated just because of the way we have lived. You know, your father directs you to go to school, pays all the fees and stuff. Then you somehow on the way channel to drugs, by the time you regain the way, he's never to be seen. He's somehow gone, dead, or you even die before him. Then that causes too much pain to the father.
So leave the legacy of your father. Sustain the good news that your father's life preached.
Yeah.
Right? How else can we celebrate our fathers?
Me, I think we can celebrate our fathers physically by creating memories.
Creating memories.
Yes.
With them and for them.
Yes. How? You know, sometimes when we are moving downtown there, when we see things around, we think of our mothers. What can I buy for my mom? What and what? But even fathers.
By the way, why?
I don't know. But also, let's think about the fathers.
Yeah.
You can go to the painters. You make a paint. For your father,
a painting like a
portrait.
A portrait.
Yeah, a portrait.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the way you're celebrating your father.
So
creating
generally
a
speaking,
memory.
we are talking about gifts, giving gifts to our fathers, physical gifts, especially those that are meaningful to them. Because you see, different people may appreciate different gifts. So I think it would be good to know which gift your father would appreciate better.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Dads
awesome.
love cars. So you can buy your dad a car.
Yeah, if you are able to.
If you are able to. You can plan a party for your dad, you call his buddies, and you know, you give him that good time.
Like on that birthday of
your
dad.
Yes.
You know how many dads, maybe not all, but many fathers, they go all out to celebrate the birthdays of all their children. Now, like me in my house, July. July. 9th July, my daughter Petra. 27th July, my beautiful Miss Universe, the queen of my heart, Charity, my watermelon's birthday. 28th July, my son Prosper's birthday. 11th July, my sister-in-law Apophia's birthday. 14th July, my sister Naum's birthday. July, I go all out. So fathers, many of them, they really go all out. But for them, when it is their turn, I'm not saying that's what happens in my family, but I know it happens in many other places. So I hear you when you talk about, you know, do some party to celebrate this man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, I'll just give an example. Give me that book as a gift.
This one here.
It's okay.
Blossom in Your Job and Business by Samuel A.
Your
Bakutana.
father to me.
Yes.
I'm your son. When you give me this, I don't appreciate, you feel bad. when you give me this and I say thank you, Papa, how will you feel?
I feel like I should now give you ability to produce wealth.
Let's learn to appreciate the work the fathers do for us.
Yes.
I think that's a word celebration.
So verbal appreciation itself is critical.
Yes.
Indeed. Because when you give, for example, when you give your child something and they just grab it and move away, you just look at them and you can't understand what's happening with the child. Like a certain leader in this country one time asked a question in funny language. He said, but these ones, who grew them? He meant who raised them. So you look at who grew this one. Okay, any other way how we can celebrate our fathers?
I think another way, you can tell your father that you love them.
Yes.
It's fine. You tell your father, I love you. I have a son, he's 3 years. But when he goes to sleep, if I come back and I come back late, in the morning, he comes to my bed and says, Daddy, here is your Emma. Is Emmanuel. So
your son comes to you and says, here is your Emma.
So
that vibe is phenomenal.
He feels the fatherhood. He feels loved.
Maybe like you have also always said, Emma, here is your daddy. Where did he learn that kind of a phrase from?
I don't know, somehow, but I don't use it, but it tells me. In the morning, early, in the morning before I leave for work.
Here is your Emma.
It tells me, here is your Emma.
Wow. I am going to practice that with my wife tomorrow morning. Wake up and say, sweetheart, here is your Sammy. Anyway, we are talking about celebrating the fathers. Celebrate them, do this, do that. But who are we talking to? Who should actually celebrate the fathers?
I think everyone that was born should celebrate.
You've made it really simple.
Because, let me say it this way. Buli eyazalibwa.
Yes.
I know celebrating.
Now,
by the way, celebration.
Our Australian viewers are now lost. What did you just say?
Celebration comes from home.
Yes.
If you've grown up in a home where celebration is not a thing, then you won't celebrate. Your life will just be without any kind of celebration.
Yeah.
But I would encourage everyone that is living to adopt this celebration, especially celebrating fathers.
Yes.
Stop this business of celebrating Mother's Day, Women's Day,
Girl Child
Day,
Sisters
Day. Okay, celebrate those
ones.
But also remember that there is a Father's Day. And a father, without a father,
yeah, we won't be around.
Like it's the beginning. Yes. It starts from God above, our Father in heaven.
Yes.
You understand?
Then
it comes
upon us.
Upon us,
Yes.
So everyone,
whoever. You have a brother, you have a father, you have a husband, you have a husband.
Yes.
A husband who is a man.
There's a father in the making who is looking at you.
Yeah. And you see, Nicholas, we often forget that when we are raising our children. For you are looking at you're looking at Emma, you're looking at Prosper, Petra, your children. You look at them and you only look at them as children you are raising. But many times it is so critical that you look at that son and you see him as somebody's husband in the making.
Yes.
You are raising a husband for some woman somewhere.
Yes.
You are raising a wife for some man somewhere. In your daughter, you're raising somebody's wife. You're raising leaders for the nation. You're raising human resource for the country.
That's true.
Yes, you're putting together human capital for your continent. So I always want us to look at our children not just as tiny beings, but look at them as big people in the process, leaders in the making, husbands to be, wives in the near future. How old is your daughter right now, Nicholas?
My youngest daughter?
Yes.
My youngest daughter is 3 weeks.
Okay. Well, congratulations. You even didn't tell me that she finally came. Because I remember the last time we talked about it, you were telling me, counting days.
Yes.
So you see, now you're looking at her 3 weeks old, and it looks like, tiny human being. But you will be shocked. in the next few decades, 1.5 decades, 2 decades, you will be calling us to bring new suits so that we are coming for the introduction and giveaway of that young girl.
Sure.
So you shouldn't just look at her as a tiny baby, but this is somebody's wife in the making.
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen who are watching us, celebrate the fathers. If you know you have a brother, celebrate him.
Right.
If you have a son, celebrate him. If you have a husband, celebrate him. If you have your dad, celebrate him. If you have a grandfather, celebrate him. If you have a male colleague at the workplace, celebrate him. If you have that male neighbor where you live, celebrate him. Look into his eyes and speak something positive. One thing that often disturbs me is this, question that I always hear all over the place by many people. It has become a cliche. You hear somebody say, "Men, where are you? Men, where are you? Men, where are you?" And I'm saying, we are here. You don't see us. And for me, when it comes from a lady, a woman with due respect, I feel tempted to look into her eyes and say, first tell us where your one husband is. If, as a helper, you have failed to influence one man in your life, you always come to church and he never comes. You go to school and he's never there. And you are the helper in his life day and night. And you have not managed to influence that one man. Don't come to the Fathers Union chairman and say, "Men, where are you? First show us your man. Where is he?" Then we can go and look for other men.
Right.
A brother, a son, a father, a grandfather, a male neighbor, a male work colleague, look into their eyes and celebrate them regardless of their own mistakes, regardless of their loopholes, regardless of their challenges. I am sure that angels are only in heaven.
Right.
On earth, we have forgiven sinners. One song, and then we will be coming to the last lap of this conversation.
God sent his son. They call him Jesus. He came to life, heal and forgive. He lived and died to buy my pardon. An empty grave is there to prove that my Savior lives. Because He lives, I can face tomorrow. Because He lives, all fear is gone. Because I know He holds my future. Then life is worth a living just because He lives.
How sweet to hold on, baby, and feel right. Well, I'm joy He gave, but greatest the count assurance. This joy can face a sunny days because it lives.
Because He lives, I can face tomorrow. Because He lives, all fear is gone. Because I know He holds my future. My life is worth living just because He lives. And then one day, across the river, thou fight like fire, no war with pain. And then one day, Because He lives, I can face this tomorrow. Because He lives, all fear is gone. Because I know He holds my future, and my life is worth a living just. And my life is worth a living just. And my life is worth a living just. Because He lives. I can face tomorrow.
And life is worth living just because the Savior lives.
Yeah.
You're watching the Inspired Family Leader program with Samuel A. Bakutana, hosting the Cape Brothers. Hosting the Cape Brothers. Hosting the Cape Brothers. Wait.
Hey!
Freestyle. Next week, something is happening. Next week, the Fathers Union in the Church of Uganda is partnering with the Cape Brothers right here in the studio to have an awesome evening, to have a moment when we indeed celebrate our fathers. Tell us more about that event next week.
Friday. Is it next week?
Yes.
Not this week.
Let's be sure. When is it?
This week.
This week begins tomorrow.
Today is Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
The week that begins tomorrow on Friday at 5
Is that 16th of June?
Yes. 16th of June. We are going to be at St. Francis Hall, the one that is opposite St. Francis Chapel,
Makerere
University.
Yes.
We are kindly requesting you to bring your father, bring your brother, bring that husband of yours, bring that father figure of yours to celebrate them.
Yeah.
You're going to give them this as a gift. I mean, you're going to give this to them as a gift. Yes, you're going to celebrate them, and they are going to have an awesome time. We have a lot in stock for you. We have a panel of fathers that are going to speak into the lives of the fathers.
Yeah, men like Dr. Dixon Oboya, men like myself, we will be there.
They are going to speak. They are going to speak to you. How can you be a father? How can you be a good father? How can you be a good father to only daughters? How can you be a father to some, maybe, should I call them big-headed? Okay.
Those children that are quite strong-willed.
Yes.
Yes. How can you be a good father to them and you keep them in check?
Yes.
So you don't want to miss music from us, featuring artists like Pastor Brian Lubega is going to be there, Naki Julian, the Levites Choir, the Yimba a cappella, Nshuti Mbabazi. We are all going to be there full board just to give you a very, very good evening. Bring your father, bring your grandfather. Yes.
You could
bring
actually
your husband.
bring for them
your
a
brother.
gift too.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think they can even come with a gift too.
Yes.
They bring them, you know.
A surprise gift.
So that when we have that moment when we say, so now, ladies and gentlemen, turn to your father by your side, turn to your brother, turn to your husband, turn to your grandfather, and appreciate them, celebrate them. You could choose to say some words to him. You could choose to give them a gift, a physical gift. You could choose to just make ululation and, you know, a round of applause for your dad and so on and so forth, or for your brother, for your husband. We want to speak positivity into the men of this country and beyond.
Yes.
I think we have been preparing women for war for quite a long time. It's now the moment to prepare men for peace. We prepare women to go and fight with the men. It's time to prepare the men to be the instruments of peace. I think it's a better strategy.
Right.
Yes.
And you see, it's better for you to even mentor a young man than for you to wait in order to mend a broken man. It's better. It's better to speak into the lives of young men, speak into the lives of those that are in your life, instead of waiting for your grandfather who will be already broken-hearted to be able to mend him. It's very difficult. Right. So bring him, bring your dad, bring your father, bring your brother, tickets. Bring your neighbor, and there are even tickets.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think there was something that ran during the break, and there were 2 numbers. We would like you to call those numbers. I know that they are going to put them on the screen in the next few minutes so that you are able to call and get your ticket and be there. Now, we are winding up and we are having just about 4 minutes to end this program. There are some of those fathers who really, their lifestyles and their actions have left us feeling disappointed and feeling hurt. Are these among those fathers we should bring next Friday? And okay. Are these among the fathers we should celebrate also? Or we only have to celebrate those who are quite angelic? What do you think?
That one is tricky, but
you see, this program is also provocative. It's not only inspiring.
Yes, but I am thinking, if you have a father that, according to you, has not done things your way or your will, and you think you have been disappointed rather than encouraged, bring that father. We shall pray for them and encourage them at the show, because I am thinking
it could be a life-changing moment
for them.
And you see, it's so easy for you to look at your father and judge him harshly without even knowing the kind of struggles he has gone through, without knowing the battles he's been fighting in his own life as he's trying to do the minimum that he has done for your life. It's also so easy to judge him until it is your turn to be the father, and you start to celebrate the guy when he's gone.
That they always say in Bayo no nyoyo. But more no like a group, and it's like when you join the group now you know neka.
Yes.
But me, I have that thought like when banko nonye osgo mulunjo sobola okunonjea.
Now put it in English for the sake of our.
If I spoiled you, they spoil the good. Why not the good make me good?
Okay, that's quite philosophical. I will not get into the depth. That's quite philosophical. We need to wrap up this program. Gentlemen, parting shots in line with the topic of today. So one of you tell me, what is your quick message to the wives concerning celebrating the husbands? Somebody just give a quick message to the wives that are watching.
My brother.
This gentleman here.
Nicholas, you seem to have the answers.
What do you say to the wives that have been watching us today?
As a man who has a wife, I think, with all due respect, the wives should celebrate their husbands.
Okay.
You should think about this day, Friday, as a special day for your husband. Please bring him along with you to celebrate him. He has done a lot of things for the family, for the well-being of the family. And if you've been lucky that he's gone to your parents, I think you should, celebrate him.
And if he has not yet gone to your parents, maybe now starting to celebrate him will encourage him to do some of
and
these
also
things.
Ladies should learn to support men.
Yes.
Not only men to support.
You're saying it with an attitude on your face.
Yeah, because ladies have that mentality that men are the one to support them. Yet I think it's a double-sided thing.
Okay, the man is a provider and the wife is a helper.
Brother, the tables you are shaking.
You are shaking tables, yet the tables have our drinks. But anyway, any message to the brothers out there?
Yes, I am thinking, the brothers, please, I know you will bring our fathers. Let's celebrate them. And you are father in the making. Yeah. Come and be inspired. Come listen to Uncle Sam. Come and listen to all the panels of fathers that will be speaking to our speakers, Okay, come and listen to the music. Yeah. Be inspired. Be preached to.
Yeah.
I mean, this message will through the music will still be uplifting to the people that will come.
And our chief guest is
Mr. Robert Kabushenga.
Kabushenga.
Yes.
There we are. Just give us that song. Give us that song. Let's wind up this. Celebrate the fathers. Celebrate the fathers. This has been the Cape Brothers together with myself, Samuel Bakutana, on the Inspired Family Leader program. So, go and celebrate the fathers. This is how we wrote it.
Let's go.
Kwali kutesa kwa mukama yakera kumache oyo nakumuzadde banji bonna baliwo naye salawo oyo nakuwolewo. He's a hero to me oyo akola misana na kiro tabawa musechuri tabera wangwe toita oyo natekawo ekijiji
banji babasula wone badduka babasula wone bafuna obulamu obulala gwe wabangawo tata oli manyi kange tata oli nzira wange. Are you a gift from above? Tata, oli chirabo. Happy Father's Day. You've been my strength, Daddy. You're my everything. Never mangude, onyimusa, unsitula, Tata. You've been my strength, Daddy. You're my everything. Never mangude, onyimusa, unsitula, Tata. Don't you forget. Oh, my everything. Never mangude, onyimusa, unsitula, Tata. Ladies and gentlemen that have been watching us tonight, this evening, give it up for Uncle Sam, and that's the Kep Brothers. Friday the 16th, St. Francis Hall, Makerere University, from 5 to 8 p.m. Family TV, we go. Yeah. You've been my strength, Daddy. You're my everything. Never good day. Onyemosa, Osita. Happy Father's Day. Daddy, wangu. Never good day. Onyemosa, Ositula.
Let's go and celebrate the fathers.